Oh, there he is.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, brother? You made it home safe?
I did, man. I made it home safe, man. Made it
Cool,
home
cool.
safe. Still kind of tired. Like the day over here in California, it's early, and I'm used to it. I'm
I
used
thought you
to
were I thought you were in Vegas.
well, Vegas, yeah. What I'm in the West Coast, but yeah, and we're 3 hours behind you guys.
Yeah. By the way, just disclaimer, do you want me not to disclose anything that happened in the debate?
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, yeah, I won't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Uh
Is there something
crap.
new?
What the hell am I gonna talk about now? I have so much to tell you. Check your Instagram DMs. I sent you there was actually one of my buddies, Sammy, a brother of mine. He recorded the moment you realized it was me. It was a beautiful moment. So
Yeah.
I want you to check that out, and you could even share it if you like.
Okay.
And then what did I want to say?
We could talk about something new, a new topic that you want to address or something.
Yeah, nothing that was in the debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I promised you I was going to do my research on what we talked about.
Yeah.
So I did, and okay, we'll wait until it's
Save that. Well,
published, and then. By the way, when are you gonna put it out?
I'll probably be up within like the next week. The next week.
Okay,
We're getting the Hebrew Israelite videos up, and
okay,
then I think after that we'll put yours.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
I can't read any chats. Like I'm only on this StreamYard thing, but guys, it was a great debate. It was very fun. Avery's actually a cool guy in real life. Uh, you know what I mean? We clicked. We disagreed, obviously, but it was all love at the end of the day.
Yeah, it
When
was
that
fun.
comes out, just please check it out. It was a good one, and it's not going to be our last debate. We're going to have more, obviously, on online. And if he ever makes it out to the East Coast again, I'll do
Yeah,
one.
we're gonna make New York a spot, man. Like I enjoyed that so much that like if we're gonna make New York like a thing throughout the year, we come multiple times. So Lord willing,
Mhm.
you'll see us real soon. The next time that I plan to come back out there is probably like after March, sometime after March.
Okay.
I'll be after the wedding and stuff. So yeah, it'll be
Wedding? You getting married?
yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 30.
30. Okay, I got 3 years on you. I'm 33.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Um. Oh,
man.
I got one question for you.
Sure.
What about the information? Oh, it's an insider. Wait till the video comes out. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about right now. What about the information?
Stupid, man.
Bye.
Give me an objection to Christianity, man. We're defending Christianity.
Um. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to just go over the last point the guy made in the not the last one, the previous guy before that about chapter 2 verse 79. Could you pull up the tafsir
Which
of
one?
Ibn Kathir?
Okay.
فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ, woe unto those who write the scripture with their own hands. وَيَقُولُونَ هَذَا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. Yeah. So yeah, altered the book of Allah, changed it, and wrote another book with their own hands. So what it's talking about is the Torah, the Psalms, and the Gospels. It says they took the book of Allah and they changed it and then wrote another book with their own hands. So what it's talking about is the Torah, Psalms, and the Injeel. It's not talking about a totally different book. It's specifically saying they took the book of Allah, changed it, and made it into another book, meaning it's not in its original form.
Okay. So right here, where it talks about they changed it,
Correct.
and so they changed it. They altered the book of Allah and changed it. What book of Allah was that?
Well, all it could be. It's a general term. It could be the Torah, Psalms, and Injil, because according
Oh,
to
oh,
the Quran, all those are previous revelations.
yeah, no worries. Okay, so
Yeah.
Well, we can basically say the Bible then.
Um, yeah, the thing is, I'm not quite sure, and again, I have to do my research on this. You know, I never speak on anything I don't know about. I don't know if the 20, how many books in the New Testament? 27, correct? So that means there's 23 letters.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's not considered the Injeel. The Injeel is specifically the gospel, the life, the ministry of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And that's what Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John recall or record.
Okay. So
Um,
then, so we'll say the Book of Allah
mhm.
is the collection of specifically the Gospel, the Psalms, and the Torah, the Old Testament,
Yeah,
right?
the Torah, Psalms, Injeel.
All right.
Torah, Psalms, Gospel. Yeah.
All right. So they altered that
Mhm.
and wrote another book. So what is
Mhm.
now this other book that they wrote?
So
Another.
it's another book, meaning it's not. It's an imposter of the Torah,
Got
because
it.
once you change one letter, one sentence, one paragraph, it's no longer the book of Allah, because
Got
now
it.
it's man has corrupted it with his own hands.
I got
So
you.
if you change just one sentence, this no longer is the book of Allah.
Well, yeah, but this isn't talking about just one sentence. It says they wrote another book.
Yeah,
So
again,
the
as I
book
said,
of
if you.
the book of Allah that they have here,
Mhm.
they the book of Allah is altered and changed, but they also wrote another book.
No, it's not. They also wrote another book.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
because of
and
It's because they changed it. It became another book.
it
That's
doesn't
what
say
it
that.
means.
But see, it
Yes,
doesn't
it
say that.
does.
It
Changed
doesn't.
it and wrote another book with their own hands. So they
Yeah,
changed the book of Allah, and by doing that, they wrote another book with their own
it
hands.
doesn't say that though.
Yes, it does.
No, it says and.
Yeah, and by doing that,
It doesn't
thus
say and by
it could
doing
be
that.
and thus, Avery, and thus mean the same thing.
No, it doesn't.
Changed it, thus wrote another book with their own hands.
That would be different. So this here is
Listen,
let me,
again, we're all of
let me
our
say this.
disagreements are all
It's all
interpretation,
right.
but
So let me
this is
Sam,
understood by the Muslims to
Sammer, let
mean
me say this, bro.
what's up.
It says here the book of Allah was altered and changed,
Hmm.
and they wrote another book with their own
It
hands. So
doesn't say,
so
and
they
they wrote
changed the
another
book
book.
of Allah, and so that's in addition,
Hmm.
wrote
No,
another book with their own hands. It's
Avery,
two
no.
different
It
things.
says, people of book altered the book of Allah, changed it, thus making another book.
Okay. All right. So let's go here then.
Hold on one second, one second, one second. Come on, just 1 second. My bad. I gotta go soon, so let's just wrap up.
It's all right.
All
So
right, go
you
ahead.
you 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 added the word thus there, even though it doesn't say that.
I
But
have
here,
to see what it says in the Arabic.
Ibn Abbas says
Well,
this.
thus and mean the same thing.
They don't.
Thus and
So
and.
thus means therefore, and does not mean therefore. It's not the same thing,
Mhm.
bro. And
Well,
is an
let me see. But even and thus both work. They both
they
work to
they
mean the
they could,
same
they could
thing.
they could both work, but they bring two different meanings. That's the point. If you're
Correct.
gonna say they changed and altered the book of Allah, thus writing another book with their own hands,
Hmm.
then what you're saying makes sense. That they changed the book, or they wrote another book by changing the actual book of Allah. They
Hmm.
changed the actual book of Allah, therefore writing another book, right? If you say and, then it's they changed the book of Allah, and in addition to changing that book,
But
wrote another book,
this is
different
not
from this.
saying they created another book, because then there's no
All right.
book that
So
is
let's
brought into.
so let's read this. Look, let's read this. So this is chapter 3, verse 78. Same as Ibn Kathir's tafsir. He
Hmm.
quotes Ibn Abbas again,
Let me see.
right?
Who distort the
So
book with their
stir the book
tongues?
with their tongues means they alter them, right?
Alter Allah's words. Yeah.
Now, how? Al Bukhari reported Ibn Abbas said that the ayah means they alter and add, although none among Allah's creation can remove the words of Allah from his books.
Hmm.
So the books of Allah, the actual books themselves, can't be changed. So what does he say? How do they alter? How do they
This
change?
area means, hold on, let me just read it. Means they alter and add, although none among Allah's creation can remove the words of Allah from His books, they alter and distort their apparent meanings. what happened in the Torah and Injeel remain as Allah revealed, and no letter in them was removed. However, the people misguide others by addition and false interpretation. Right? Yeah, and it
Relying,
says there they add,
relying, finish it.
relying
Relying
on
on
books they wrote
themselves.
themselves.
So you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
how
yeah.
the books that they write themselves are
Hmm.
different from the Torah and the Injil.
Yeah, but it also says they add to it, misguide others by addition.
How? By addition and and false interpretation, relying on books they wrote
People misguide
themselves.
others by
So it's not that the actual Torah and gospel are changed, but that they're
Mhm.
misinterpreting the Torah and the gospel. And they're also writing books that they wrote themselves and relying on those.
Yeah, but again, this is Ibn Abbas's interpretation. There,
Yes, I know.
he's just, yeah, he's just one Sahabi. The Sahaba, as you know, they differed amongst many matters when it came to the Quran.
But Ibn
Um,
Abbas, he's special.
yeah,
He has the he's the ink of the ummah. He has the wisdom of
no,
the Quran.
I know, but there he could also be wrong. The only people who aren't
What?
wrong completely. Hold on, wait, don't get too excited. The only two sources that we, or rather authorities that cannot be corrupted or be wrong at any time, is Allah and His Messenger.
Okay,
Everyone else there is fallible by their interpretation.
got you.
So,
So,
for example, even if
but
Ibn
this is the
Abbas said
problem,
something,
Sammer. Here's the problem with that. Okay, because
what's
I
up?
see I'm with you on that. That all you would need is what the Quran says and what Muhammad says.
Hmm.
But when we go through that and we look at that, you guys don't just stick to that. You guys have to go to what the scholars say and how they interpret things and yada yada
Of
yada.
course, yeah, yeah.
So like I'm like okay
So
good.
I would
Do you see how Ibn
I know,
Abbas
but I
agrees
would
with my
say you would have
interpretation?
to take the other companions' interpretations into consideration. But one of the things, however, the people
What?
misguide others by addition and false interpretation, relying on books that they wrote themselves. So
Yeah.
what it's saying is they're adding into the Torah, they're adding into the Psalms, they're adding into the Gospels, and on top of that, they're relying on books they wrote themselves.
Dude, it literally just told you no one can remove any of the words from any
Yeah,
of our
remove.
so they can't be changed, right?
They could add though.
No, how okay.
The
How are
people
they adding?
misguide others by addition and false interpretation.
How are they adding?
Okay, the what's where it says relying on books that they wrote themselves, this is to false interpretation. It's saying it's addition and false interpretation. It's not just
How?
false interpretation. Re-
How?
That's regarding the false interpretation.
It's
However,
regarding
the
the
people misguide others.
it literally says this.
Avery,
The
hold on.
people misguide others by addition and false interpretation, relying on books that they wrote themselves. So
Correct, and that's
where is the addition and false interpretation coming
no.
from?
You see, the
From
false
books they
interpret
wrote themselves.
Avery, the false interpretation, the relying on books that they wrote themselves is in reference to false interpretation, but the addition is talking about the books. They add to the books, and they also have false interpretation in which they rely on books they wrote themselves.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the interpretation.
That's fine. Obviously we disagree there.
I know,
I
but
think
that's a good thing that
I think the
we
plain
always could
text.
have a
Hold on,
conversation and then
let me say this. I
go
believe
ahead,
that
go ahead.
the text is pretty plain and clear.
Mhm.
So if you want to go against what Ibn Abbas says, how he
I'm not
said,
going against what Ibn Abbas
you
says.
are. He says that
Why is
none.
your
He says
interpretation
none.
more
He says
legitimate
none
than
can
mine? I don't
remove the words.
understand.
It's not my interpretation. It
It
says none
is.
can remove his words.
You're reading the text one way and I'm
You're
reading it
cutting me off,
another way.
Samir. Samir, you're cutting me off.
Oh my bad. Go ahead.
It says none can remove the words from any of his books. It says that they distort their apparent meanings and
Mm-hmm.
interpretations. It
Hmm.
says that the Torah and Injeel remain as Allah revealed them.
Hmm.
Does that mean that there has been an addition to these actual books?
He said none could remove, but they could add and misinterpret. And then
Hold
they
on,
rely on books for
I'll put it up again.
misinterpretation.
I'll put it up again.
Yeah, sure.
The Torah and Injeel
Remain as
remain as Allah revealed them, right?
and no letter in them was removed. However, the people misguide others by addition and the false interpretation, relying on books they wrote
So
themselves.
in
This
the
is
Torah and
about false
Injeel,
interpretation.
so in the Torah and Injeel, do
Mhm.
they remain as Allah revealed them? Yes or no?
There are words in there that are from Allah, but there's people. Then they add to it.
Got it. So
Mhm.
so they don't remain as Allah revealed them, correct?
No. So okay, let me break it down. There's the book of Allah, correct? In there is truth. But then there's people who add to the book of Allah. That's what it says. However, the people misguide others by addition
So that means that it doesn't remain as Allah revealed them, right?
in terms of removing, not in terms of
No,
addition.
no, 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 no. It says the Torah and Injeel remain as Allah revealed them.
Correct.
So if they remain as Allah revealed them, then nothing
Mhm.
was added in and nothing was taken out,
No,
correct?
well, no, because it says, and no letter in them was removed. However, people added.
Add how?
They added words to the book of Allah.
How?
What do you mean how? They
By
how would
relying on
misguide
books
people
they wrote
others by
themselves.
addition. By addition.
All right, yeah, you know what? That's it, man. Because when you have
I'm being
text
honest,
like
bro.
this,
I'm saying,
look,
however,
you're being dishonest with the text here.
no, no, no.
This is
Avery,
pure dishonesty.
no. I'm saying, however, the people misguide others by addition and false
That's not
interpretation.
what I'm
What
talking
is the
about.
false
Right here,
interpretation?
when it says
Relying
they
on books that
remain
they
as
wrote
Allah revealed
themselves.
them. Do they remain as Allah revealed them, or were they added to?
You have to read the whole thing in context. The Torah and Injeel remain as Allah revealed them, and no letter in them was removed.
So does
But
that
there's
mean
a
it was added?
however. There's a however.
Can
The
there
people.
no? My question is, can there be a remaining as Allah revealed them if they were added to?
Well, yeah, again, you have to continue reading. You can't just stop there. And no
That's
letter in
I'm,
them was removed.
I'm continuing with the tafsir. If
I
it
know.
says that they remain as
Correct.
Allah revealed them,
Hmm.
does that mean that something was taken away or added?
According to this tafsir, and no letter in them was removed. However, the people misguide others by addition. So he qualifies his statement.
Can you finish that?
And false interpretation relying on books that they wrote themselves.
So where is the addition and false interpretation?
No, it the people misguide others by addition, so they add to the book of Allah. So what it's saying is nothing could be removed. However, it doesn't say that nothing can be added.
All right,
So it
I'm
says
gonna go
things
ahead and
are added,
that's fine.
and they have a false interpretation with books that they wrote themselves.
All right,
That's how it's to be understood.
all right. Well, that's it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and let the next guest up, man.
It was
I
good
can't
talking to you, Avery.
much. All right, take care, brother.